I am here in Davis, California, which is in Sacramento area where I live now. Now, this is very different than Silicon Valley, and I'm definitely feeling it here at this year's National Drive Electric Week. But nevertheless, I've talked to some people here, some who are presenting, some who are just here to check out the electric cars and get a test drive. I'm going to tell you about it all coming up next.
Taking over the world, electrifying the world,
If this is your first time here and you want to know everything that's going on in the world of electric cars, you definitely came to the right place. Go ahead and click on that subscribe button down there so you don't miss anything moving forward. And one more thing, just want to remind you that this channel and this show is sponsored by Evanex, the aftermarket accessories for Tesla. So go ahead and check out the description of this video. It has a discount code so you can save yourselves a little bit of money when you shop there. Okay, let's talk about this event here in Davis, California. Now, I have to say, you know, I'm definitely feeling the fact that this is no longer Silicon Valley where everybody knows and loves electric cars. This is very different, and this is still California. I can't imagine what it's like to be maybe in some other parts of the country, because already I'm feeling that people here don't really know as much about electric cars as I thought they would, at least I'm used to. So I am very, very curious to talk about some people who are hanging out here, and also people who are presenting their electric cars and what feedback they gotten earlier today. All right, look who I found. What's your name?
Family First Jay.
And look at his t-shirt. Where'd you get this awesome t-shirt?
Oh, you know, I think I found it online. Maybe a YouTuber was promoting them.
He's really good at designing t-shirts.
His name is Alex. You know him?
I think I know him. He's kind of cool guy, all right?
Yeah, but I get comments all the time.
This is my favorite t-shirt that I've designed, and I should have now I should have been wearing one too.
Yeah, you should have been wearing one. That would have been awesome.
So what are you doing here, man?
I'm here. I have my Model S. We were here at the National Drive event, just showing people about electrification of vehicles and everything. It was pretty awesome.
It's pretty much the end of it, and what I like about electric cars is when they're leaving past us, we don't have to turn the camera off because they're so loud. It's perfectly fine. So, all right. So, what is the feedback been here so far?
It's been extremely positive. What was surprising to me is how little people know about electric vehicles. Like so many times, people are like, "Really, no oil changes and stuff like that." I think that's really incredible to me. Like because we know the vehicles, and I mean, you drive a Model S too, like, so we know about Teslas and everything else. Is just people don't know, and then they're like surprised. They're like, "Oh, really? Like, wow!" Like, yeah, true.
Is it a positive wow? Like, are they like, "Oh, wait, I can't drive a car that doesn't take gas"?
No, I think it's a positive wow. I think people are really impressed with the fact that the maintenance is so little to minimal that they don't really have to worry about a lot. Like when over time, you got your car, you're looking at things like timing belt and stuff like that, and now you realize, okay, I don't have a timing belt. Even in a few years' time, I'm not going to have to worry about my head gaskets or things like that. And I think those things are positive for people. They've been really impressed with today.
What's the weirdest question that you got today?
I asked somebody to start it up. Somebody asked me to start it up. I mean, they were like, hey, can you start it up? I want to hear how it sounds. Like, that's not going to happen.
Wow. Wow, yeah. So is this your first time doing it?
Yeah, this is my first year. They did it last year. I wasn't here last year, but yeah. I'll be back next year.
I was going to ask you, do you want to come back and you subjected yourself to that?
Probably wait for your questions.
No, please. Pretend like I'm not here. What do you drive right now?
Nissan Altima.
Okay, so gas car. And what are you looking at today?
Electric cars, and specifically the Nissan Leaf.
Oh, the Nissan Leaf. So you're thinking about switching from a gas car to an electric car?
Yes.
What is the main reason or reasons?
Personally, I think it's eco-friendly, and personally, I'm not a fan of driving, so I think it's enough for me and I want to save the environment. Okay,
so environment is a big deal. So the Leaf has about, 150 miles of range. Would that be enough for you?
Personally, for me, because like I said before, I don't like driving. I only drive if I need to, so like work, groceries, and home.
So how's the feedback so far? Like, how many people is this like their first experience talking about electric cars?
A lot of people, it's their first experience. They don't really, people will ask you, so it does take gas, right? And they're really surprised when you tell them, no, this car does not use gas at all. It's 100% plug-in. But there are other cars, like the one next to mine, is a plug-in hybrid, so it does use gas as well. But people aren't necessarily, those of us who are used to Teslas and EVs know a lot about them, but others really don't know that that these cars are battery only.
So literally, people are asking if your Tesla takes gas.
I've had one or two people ask that, yeah.
It was funny. Yesterday, a person also asked me the same question, and I couldn't believe that they still. Wow. So we have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I think we do. And I think a lot of people just hear all the bad news that's going on, all the negative stories about Elon Musk and about Tesla, and that's
What
they wanna
stories?
focus
I've never heard anything. What's going on?
I'm sure you haven't. But, people talking about, people think that every Tesla is going to crash into a fire truck, or, every Tesla is going to burst into flames spontaneously. And what people don't realize is those things make the news the once or twice that they happen. But how many of these cars are running on the roads perfectly safely and perfectly happy?
All right, so we have a lot of work to do from what I've seen and heard today. And again, this is California. That only tells me that the rest of the country and the rest of the world is even more behind than this. And I guess it only makes it even more exciting for me to have this channel and talk about electric cars and to educate people about the future and how amazing this technology is. But one thing I have to say is that this is great to have this event once a year, and I know it's a lot of publicity and for electric cars and for different brands, but I also think that maybe one day we will need this day. So I'll give you an example. I, for example, don't celebrate my birthday because I try to live every day of my life like it is my birthday to its fullest. So I feel like, what if we live our days as electric car community to its fullest, and there won't be just one day when we get to showcase our cars to our friends and family and neighbors? What if it's every day? And I think that a lot of us have kind of embraced that as well, right? When we see people who are interested, and people approach us maybe, and we tell them about our electric cars and how amazing they are. Maybe one day we won't need the Drive Electric Day because it will be every day. But this is just me being a dreamer for now. I will definitely see you guys next year at the same type of an event, and we'll see how much progress we've made. I think every year we do make a little bit of progress. As usual, if you have any comments or questions on, maybe you want to tell me about your experience at one of these events this year, go ahead and post it in the comment section. Other than that, see you guys next time, and remember to stay charged.